Thanks for joining us, everyone. Today we've got another episode of Let's Talk Travel, and I have special guest Kay here, who is a traveler, to start us off. So go ahead, Kay.
Hi. Let's go around the room and please state your name and the tour you're featuring today and the date the tours are generally go. Okay, let's
Perfect.
start.
So choose who you want to start with.
Let's eat the world.
Yes, hi, this is Yetunde. I should have put my name up there. Hi, this is
Hi,
Yetunde.
Tunde.
I'm owner of Let's Eat the World, and I'm going to be talking to you today about our week in Uzes, which is a culinary tour that I run in the south of France. This tour is generally offered in the springtime, so late April, May, and also in the fall, in the early fall, in the month of September.
What makes your tour unique to other tours in the area?
This is a tour that I do in a very small group. And by small group, I mean that we have between 6 to 8 participants total. It's a tour that was created by chefs. I went to culinary school, but I'm partnered with my husband, who is a chef, in creating the tours that I feature on my company. So we put together a tour that concentrates around food, because for me, food is really the best way to transmit a culture to people who are interested. So that's what I think is unique about these tours.
What kind of accommodations will travelers be staying in during the
We
tour?
Yes, so we are in a private villa. So the ideas that you have of Provence in your mind, that's exactly what we'll be staying in. It's a luxury villa. Everybody has their own room and their own bathroom in this house. And all the cooking classes actually take place in the house. For this particular tour, I like to keep it central as possible so that you really feel like you're at home.
All right, do you want to move on to the next person? That way we'll get a little taste of everyone.
Let's move on to Marianne O'Connor.
Great.
Hi
Can you
there.
give us an overview of the itinerary for your tour?
Yeah, so I'm Mary Ann from Kindred Women Travelers, and I'm here to talk to you about the tour to the Azores. Um, so Kindred Women Travelers offers small group tours similar to Let's Eat the World, about 5 to 7 women. And we stay in houses and villas rather than in hotels. So it's a very intimate experience, and we've just been having a blast. And we make friends, we have reunions. It's been going really well, and it's fun. So the trip to the Azores is usually in June. I believe it starts June 27th this year. And we visit two islands. We visit San Miguel Island, which is the main island of the Azores, and Pico Island. Uh, it is just absolutely gorgeous. The Azores is considered the Hawaii to Europeans. Absolutely gorgeous scenery. We get to have a picnic lunch of a meal that was cooked in the ground by the heat of a volcano. We get to go up into the mountains to see exquisite views. It's just a fabulous time.
How much walking or physical activity is involved in the tour?
Well, it kind of depends on the group. We do have a tour guide that has a van that takes us around. So it's not extensive walking, but if the group wants to do a short hike, then that's very possible. The private tour guide that we have is so accommodating to whatever we want. So if we want to do more walking, she'll arrange it that way. If we need to stop at the grocery store on the way home, she'll do that. I mean, she'll go to the bank with us. She'll just bring us wherever we need, and it's just been fabulous. Um, and we even have her bring in a chef the first night, so that we arrive tired early in the morning. We check into our hotel and relax and catch up on sleep maybe, and then have this fabulously cooked meal by a local chef. It's just great.
And so travelers have free time to explore on their own?
There is some downtime, yes. You know, we have on each island there is a free day. So I know that some are major hikers. So if you want to go on a major hike that the group doesn't want to do, you're free to do that. You could go on a whale watch. You're free to do whatever you want on that free day. And there's one free day on each island. We spent 5 nights on San Miguel and 4 nights on Pico Island.
Great. So we move on to the next.
Let's move on to Kathy.
Yeah.
Gottfried.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Kathy Gottfried. I'm located in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and my focus is on Bali, Indonesia. So we do just tours to Bali. That's our only destination. We offer tours to, we've got one coming up October the 22nd, and it is 14 nights in Bali in 4 different locations. And I escort them. I manage them. I book everything. I negotiate contracts. And I'm with everybody. That's the best part. Someone asked me the other day, will you be with us? And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm doing them, because that is the best part of the whole activity, is to be able to take these women to my favorite place in the world.
What kind of accommodations will travelers be staying in during the trip?
We have 4 different locations that we're in, and I would describe our hotels as more boutique style. Interesting, in Bali, no hotels are allowed to build taller than the tallest palm tree. So you don't get like the big high-rise properties over there anyways, but I've picked hotels purposely that are safe, that have, no long dark hallways. I've been going to Bali myself since 1983 and doing these groups since 2002. So, and it's always been women tours. So I really focus on women's safety. And because of that too, and it's easy to find in Bali, beautiful little boutique hotels with great views and, wonderful. We don't spend a lot of time in our rooms, but we still have, beautiful bedding and nice balconies or patios out in the front, because it is tropical. So you definitely want to spend time outside when you're at your hotel.
Are there any physical requirements or limitations that travelers should be aware of before joining the tour?
I think realistically, and I've discovered this after COVID and operating, I did 2 groups last year in 2022. International travel is a little bit challenging on your body. So I think that's the first thing people need to recognize is, are they capable of traveling internationally? And, for any of us that are in North America, most places, if you're wanting to go international, is kind of east or west, and you're traveling, 8, 10, 12, maybe even 24 hours. So that would be the first thing. Navigating airports, so being mobile enough to be able to do that. And then Bali has it's a very hilly island with lots of rice terracing and beautiful river gorges. Pathways can be a little bit unsteady. There's lots of kind of cobblestone pathways. So I always say, you don't have to be a hiker. You don't have to, you don't have to be in top-notch shape, but you definitely need to be mobile and be able to walk unaided for sure. I mean, it's I think being realistic about, your own physical abilities on any of our tours, I'm sure is the case, right? Because you want to be able to keep up with the group and the itinerary. So I would say just being mobile and being able to, walk up and down stairs and not have balance issues, probably the big thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's move on to Elaine Dixon.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much. I'm Elaine. Our company has come to the Sahara, and we operate tours in Morocco. So I'm here today to talk about our wonderful women's tour. It's called the Morocco Mosaic Discovery Tour for Women. And it's not only for women, but it's about women. So the tour really focuses on giving you an immersive experience in the life and lifestyles of women in Morocco. We run it usually about 4 times a year, 3 to 4 times. So once or twice in the spring, once or twice in the fall, depending on the uptake. And this is also a tour where, although we offer it signing up is open to anyone, this can also be customized to a tour for an intact group. So if you have friends or family who all want to travel together and discover the wonderful world of women in Morocco, then we can certainly do that.
Thank you. What kind of accommodations will travelers be staying in during the trip?
Well, now this is really one of the special things about Morocco. We always use Morocco owned and operated riads, and riads are the traditional old homes of families that have been renovated as little, almost boutique hotels in many cases. And so, although there are no windows to the outside most often, they all open into the interior courtyard, which is often, a pool or a beautiful tiled terrace or courtyard. And there's very often a rooftop terrace as well, where you get a beautiful oversight of the cities where you're staying, and often some beautiful sunset views. And sometimes even cooking classes and poetry readings and things like that are held up on the terraces.
Can you give us an overview of the itinerary for your tour?
So this is a 14-day itinerary. It starts in Casablanca typically, although if you're in Europe, for example, and you want to come and start it in another city like Fez, for example, then we can organize that. Same with Marrakesh. But typically we start in Casablanca. We go to Rabat, the blue city of Chefchaouen, a couple of days in Fez. You do get to go to the Sahara Desert on this trip. So yes, there's a night in a beautiful traditional Moroccan tent and also one night in a desert hotel. And then we take you back to Marrakesh through the city of Ouarzazate for a night. And finally at the end, you go through Essaouira as well on the Atlantic coast. And then finally to your departure, typically out of Casablanca. So what I would summarize, I guess, by saying all of that is that although the focus is on the life and lifestyle of women, we know that this is possibly people's first or maybe only trip to Morocco. So we do make sure that you see all the typical highlights that the country has to offer and that people really come to Morocco to see.
I have been to Morocco and the cities that you named. How about the safety for women in Morocco?
Yeah, Morocco is a very safe place to travel. And so even for the solo woman traveler, even though this is a group tour, obviously, I do want people to understand that if they decide to take a solo trip to Morocco and just be on their own, it's perfectly safe. And or at least certainly no less safe than any other place in the world. You still have to practice common sense, measures for self-protection and everything. But the Moroccan people, even at the level of individual citizens, really understand the value of tourism to the economy. And so even if you're just on your own in the Medina walking around and you think that nobody's noticing you, you can be sure that people are watching out for you to make sure you are safe.
Thank you. We're going to go around and ask each person how people can reach out to you. So let's start with Marianne O'Connor.
Well, you can reach out to me by email at marianne@kindredwomentravelers.com, or just go to my website, which is kindredwomentravelers.com, and go to the contact page and submit a question or whatever you want to submit there. And as far as, I just wanted to touch base on the housing, because I forgot to tell you that this is the patio of the house that we'll be renting. So it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. Next is Kathy Gottfried.
You can go onto my website, which I put in my name, www.babesinbali.com. There's lots of photos on that website, and you can get an idea of what the tour is all about. There's contact information there. I also have a Facebook page, which is Babes in Bali, And again, a lot of information. You can send me a private message on there as well. And I would say probably the Facebook or the website, but you can email me. And I have a travel agency. I'm also a travel agent, and my email address is Kathy with a C, Cathy at Erawan Travel, which is ERAWAN Travel, TRAVEL.ca.
Thank you. And next up is Elaine Dixon.
Well, like the others, you can visit our website where you'll find my contact information. We're www.cometothesahara, COMETOTHESAHARA.com. So no underscores, no hyphens, anything in that. My name, of course, again, Elaine Dixon, and you can email me at elaine@cometothesahara.com. I'm also in Canada, so my phone number is area code 403-225-2203. So you can contact me any of those ways, and I'll be happy to hear from you.
Thank you. And Yetunde is next.
Oh, we can't hear you.
We can.
I was trying to be polite and I muted myself. Very sorry. So you can visit my website at letseattheworld.com, and you can send an email to info@letseattheworld.com. On my website, you'll find my contact details as well, and also the opportunity to get onto my Calendly if you'd like to schedule a Zoom call to discuss any of the tours that we offer, or if you have any questions.
Thank you. And we're back to April now?
Yeah, you kind of missed me, but I do tours to the United States. I wanted to feature my trip to Maine in October. So I do a 7-day trip to Maine, photographing the lighthouses and eating lobster and enjoying the fall colors. But you can always find me at yourphototravelguide.com. You can also find me here on the YouTube channel at the-travelcollective.com, and you can email me directly at april@aprilart.com. So thanks everyone. This has been a wonderful quick tips on travel. So hope you follow us. We've got events coming up all the time. Just check our website at the-travelcollective.com/events. Thank you so much.